as we do move along, one thing about this team that has been a big topic of discussion within Bronco Nation is quarterback Hank Bachmeier. Following a 2-3 start to the season, he now owns a 13-5 record as a starting quarterback. That would fly at almost every other school in the country, but at Boise State, it has a number of people questioning, is Hank the guy? Well, last week against Nevada, Hank had a career day, at least statistically. He completed 34 passes for 388 yards and 4 touchdowns. All of those marks are new personal bests. If you look at how he stacks up nationally, he entered last week ranked 12th in the country with 120 total completions on the season. His 304 passing yards per game, well, that is tied for 12th most in the FBS. And his 11 TD tosses in that ranks 14th in the country. His 150.8 QB efficiency rating is a career best, and it puts him number 2 overall in the Mountain West. Earlier this week, I caught up with Boise State offensive coordinator Tim Plow to find out how QB1 has done in his eyes.
Bronco Roundup Game Day Fast Stats, sponsored by TDS All Fiber Internet.
When it comes to Hank Bachmeier, obviously he was put in a situation he had to throw the ball 48 times. A lot of those situations, the defense knows you guys are throwing the ball. He's going 4th and 2, head first into linebackers trying to move the chains. It looks like he's sporting a knee brace. Where is Hank right now, mentally and physically? Because if you see him on the field after a loss, you can tell it weighs on him.
Yeah, I think he's playing really well, and I think obviously quarterbacks are going to be judged as they should be by wins and losses. I mean, that's really what quarterbacks are going to live by in the game we play, whether it's NFL or college. It's going to be how successful was the quarterback, right? That standard is set even higher here because the all-time winningest quarterback played here, right? So we all know where that number is. But as his quarterback coach, I would tell you he is playing tremendous football, and I hope everyone understands. If you can throw 72% completions for almost 400 yards, you're playing pretty dang good. So I think he's doing everything that we want at the position right now, and I still think he's making mistakes that people don't even see that we can correct. So I still think his best football is ahead of him. He's always going to hold himself accountable to when we don't win games because that's what leaders should do. So I'm proud of him for that. He believes he can play better. I believe he can play better. But I would defend him and say I think he's playing pretty well at the same time. I mean, some of those plays he made in that game were pretty outstanding. So he's doing a lot of things behind the scenes. He's working really hard, but we're going to hold him to a high standard. I still think he can play better. He believes that too, and I'm excited because if he can play even better than what he's playing right now, I think that's going to be a high level.
Tim, that the first few runs of the game were highly successful, and on the first 12, you picked up 63 yards and. All of them were like positive runs too. How close do you feel like you are to finding this, and how important is it to eliminate those 5 to 7 bad plays a game that have kind of shaped a couple of these games like that?
Yeah, I think you hit it on the head. I think we're looking at a really fine line of where we could be offensively and where we are. The reality is we are where we are. I mean, the record is what it is. The numbers are what they are, and that's what you guys are going to focus on, and you should. As a coach, I can see that we're right there, that we're 5 to 7 plays away from hanging up a much higher number on those guys in that game. And so our focus is how do we eliminate those handful of plays? Where do they come from? How do we get it solved? And we're going to keep focusing on that, and we will get it solved. It's going to happen. With as successful as we are right now in the pass game, we just got to get the other parts of the offense together. And again, I think it's new for guys, and they're getting more comfortable with it. We have been moving guys in and out with injuries. But that's no excuse for some of the plays we're having right now. And as long as we can stop shooting ourselves in the foot, get those 5 to 7 plays figured out, Jay, I really think we are close. But sometimes talk is cheap. We got to put it together. And I think we will. I believe we will.